Next, we will hear from Major General Kimberly Colloton. Major General Colloton is the Deputy Commanding General for Military and International Operations, Headquarters, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, here in Washington, D.C. She is responsible for policy, programming, and technical support in the execution of more than $22 billion of design, construction, and environmental programs for the U.S. Army, the U.S. Air Force, other Department of Defense and federal agencies, and collaborative efforts with foreign allies. Major General Colloton has previously served as the Transatlantic Division Commanding General for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the South Pacific Division Commanding General for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the commander of the Afghanistan District Operation Freedom Sentinel and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Protection Division Chief J-33, the Los Angeles District Commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Corps Engineer for the 1st Corps, the Deputy Commander 555th Engineer Brigade, and as the Albuquerque District Commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Now let's welcome Major General Colloton.
Thank you, Tom, and thanks for getting all that out.
It was a lot.
So good afternoon, fellow engineers, service members, and distinguished leaders. It truly is an honor to be here today. Thank you to Honorable Hsu, Mr. McMahon, and for you, Mr. Sims, for welcoming the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to be part of this important event in observance of National Engineers Week. It's my pleasure to speak with you on behalf of our USACE Commanding General and the Army's 55th Chief of Engineers, Lieutenant General Scott Spellman. It's fitting that we are celebrating National Engineers Week here in the Pentagon, which was built by the Army Corps in just 16 months. But it's also interesting to share that the U.S. Military Academy at West Point was the nation's first engineering school, which was created under the direction of our 3rd President, Thomas Jefferson, in 1802 because our country needed engineers. And Dr. Walker, it was interesting to learn and to listen and to you and to hear a little bit about the connection to our first engineers being military engineers. When it comes to delivering engineering solutions for the nation, we depend on the strength of our partnerships in and out of government, and that very much includes our industry partners. The future is important to all of us, and as we build our nation's future, we share common cause with our industry partners to inspire and build up that next generation of STEM and technical professionals. And in that spirit, I'd like to showcase some of the innovative, impactful work being done by our own engineers and professionals inside the Army Corps of Engineers. I'll discuss our diverse workforce and our multifaceted missions, how we are thinking differently, and ultimately how we are helping build the future. So first, I'm going to show you a video that helps tell the story of who we are and what we do. So you can see there are a lot of exciting things being done inside our Army engineer community. So let's dive in. I'm going to begin with the Corps' highest priority, which is our people. The Corps of Engineers has more than 38,000 professionals working across the nation and the globe that are engaged in the delivery of programs and projects in more than 100 countries. We are one of the largest employers of STEM disciplines in the federal government. Today, we employ more than 11,000 engineers, 495 architects, nearly 400 geologists, 180 archaeologists, and about 120 chemists. What's also important to note, and many people are surprised to learn this, is that most of our workforce are civilians. With only about 800 uniformed soldiers assigned to the Corps, most of our engineering expertise and leadership comes from professionals proudly serving with us in a civilian capacity. They are biologists, civil, mechanical, and electrical engineers, IT and computer scientists, lock and dam operators, natural resource specialists, park rangers, dredge operators, and much more. Our people come from and serve within the communities throughout America, and we strive to ensure our workforce reflects our nation's diversity. To help with outreach, recruitment, and building the next generation of engineers, USACE partners with nearly 100 leading colleges and universities. We are consistently recognized as a top supporter of historically Black colleges and universities by U.S. Black Engineer magazine and have been for the last 15 consecutive years. We also partner with the American Indian Science and Engineering Society to provide Native American students with formal access to Army STEM careers and educational opportunities. These and other efforts help us reach, inspire, and recruit future engineers across all communities throughout America. Throughout USACE and the Army overall, we are working hard to attract the best engineering talent, military and civilians, to ensure we can continue to engineer solutions to the nation's toughest challenges. The Army offers STEM graduates paid internships, competitive benefits, international assignments, incentives, student loan repayment, and continuous developmental opportunities. Indeed, we need smart, motivated engineers not only within the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, but across the entire Army. Beyond USACE, the Army's Engineer Regiment comprises tens of thousands more engineer soldiers serving in units across the Army, with nearly 3/4 of those personnel in our reserve components. These engineers provide the Army and the Joint Force with combat, general, and geospatial engineering support. They bring specialty capabilities like prime power production, firefighting, diving, and urban search and rescue. They also help Army and Joint Forces visualize, shape, and overcome the effects of terrain in support of multi-domain operations. They are frontline engineers and the embodiment of the Army's motto, "Be all you can be." So that is who we are as Army engineers, both as soldiers and civilians. Now let's explore what the Corps of Engineers does and why we continue to be called on by our nation and our international partners and allies to deliver engineering solutions for our nation's toughest challenges. Overall, the mission of USACE is to deliver vital engineering solutions in collaboration with our partners to secure our nation, energize our economy, and reduce risk from disaster. We do this by safely delivering quality projects on time and within budget, and that is what winning means to us. At the ground level, the Corps has several mission areas which amount to total workload of more than $95 billion, the most in our nearly 249-year history. I'll highlight some of our mission areas and some of the incredible work we're accomplishing because USACE's expertise has no doubt touched you in some way. Across the nation, we're applying our vast engineering capabilities to water resources, critical infrastructure, protection from natural disasters, and support to our warfighters. You can see our expertise take shape through the operation and maintenance of hundreds of navigation locks and dams. In fact, many of these dams produce hydropower, making USACE the largest renewable energy producer in the U.S. We're not Motel 6, but we are helping keep the lights on for millions of citizens. The United States receives 95% of our cargo by ship, so this very loosely means our engineers, scientists, and other experts likely had a hand in helping provide your clothing today. That's thanks to our maintenance mission of keeping federal navigation channels open, which helps move millions of tons of cargo, including clothing and other goods, into, out of, and through U.S. ports. So if you love your shoes, feel free to thank one of our USACE experts. The SUE locks are an excellent example of how we, as civil engineers, are always forward-looking and innovating as we build for the future. The SUE locks are a vital artery for the movement of commerce and raw materials through our Great Lakes and are in dire need of repair. We're leading the effort to build a new, larger, and more modern lock using multidisciplined project delivery team that is embracing the use of 3D technology every step of the way, including virtual reality and 3D printing. Another civil works success story and an innovative example of partnership is our Fargo-Moorhead Metropolitan Area Flood Risk Management Project. This award-winning project provides flood risk management for communities around Fargo and Moorhead, North Dakota, saving the nation millions of dollars annually in flood fading and potential flood damages. This is also our first in the nation project to leverage a public-private partnership delivery model to share the expertise and divide the workload. Meanwhile, our other flood damage reduction projects across the nation, such as levees, have prevented more than $1 trillion in river and coastal flood damage. We're working to keep your homes and communities safe and your favorite clothes and shoes dry. On the military front, we're making big strides to support the men and women who serve our nation. Having served for 32 years now myself, this topic is near and dear to me. This also is the portfolio within the Corps of Engineers mission that I and my team are responsible for, and I'm proud of how our engineers are continuously innovating and making a difference every day for national security and in support of our service members, civilians, and their families. Late this year, our Kansas City district is on track to complete the construction of a state-of-the-art hospital at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, to serve our military members, their families, and a large community of military retirees in the area. This new facility features a modern central facility plant, emergency backup generators, a new helipad, a 5-bay ambulance garage, and supporting facilities. Across the ocean in Korea, we're building sustainable, energy-efficient housing and barracks at Camp Humphreys for our service members and families there. This innovative vertical construction affords housing for hundreds of families on a much smaller square footage of the installation and provides walking and biking access to many amenities. We have worked hard to align our construction here with the U.S. Green Building Council's leadership in energy and environmental design rating principles. With service member quality of life at the forefront of our minds, today we are modernizing more than 50 barracks facilities across the Army while pursuing improved technologies to help our Installation Management Command make these facilities better for the soldier and the environment. We are implementing more sustainable building materials for military construction, including low-carbon concrete, recycled asphalt, and mass timber. Mass timber uses special processes and new technology to bind wood products together in layers, and our researchers in the Construction Engineering Research Laboratory and throughout all of our engineering research and development centers are working together and with industry to spearhead this and many other new construction innovations. It is important to us to deliver quality projects on time and budget safely. So now to talk a little bit about safety, I'm going to put on my safety helmet. So in addition to ensuring we have the right personal protective equipment, like this safety helmet, I would like to share with you one of our other initiatives, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Safety Trainer 360. It's a virtual reality construction site game created by our U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Huntsville Center Safety Office in conjunction with the Army Game Studio. Our goal is to deliver quality projects safely, and this new training tool allows users to navigate a computer-simulated construction site while looking for and correcting potential hazards. How incredible is that? Much more effective than a dull PowerPoint presentation. For generations, USACE projects have powered the economy, protected our communities, and served our military men and women, but we're not slowing down. Engineers are never content with business as usual. We are always forward-looking and innovating as we build for our future. Our innovative approach to engineering allows us to not only support the economy, protect our communities, and be good stewards of American tax dollars. It also enables us to be good stewards of the environment. Sustainability and engineering with nature are core principles that guide how we conduct our projects. In Hawaii, we've been successful in clearing up 11,000 acres of unexploded ordnance on former training lands, clearing the way for future development and construction. Our Pittsburgh district recently created a new fish habitat on the Ohio River using a helicopter to place bundles of repurposed trees in the river. The trees will create a new reef for freshwater species in the Ohio River, providing cover and concealment and places to hide from larger predator fish. This creative approach using natural and local materials helped to minimize waste and mitigate environmental impacts of other upcoming engineering projects in the area. This is just one way, or one of many examples of our sustainability and stewardship for the environment. The best minds in the Corps of Engineers are always looking to employ innovative and beneficial strategies to clean up and restore the environment in areas under our jurisdiction. You can check out our quarterly magazine, The Corps Environment, to learn more. Disaster response is another area where we are making a difference in communities. Our people all throughout the year deploy worldwide in support of the interagency, communities, partners, and allies. We're working with local, state, and federal partners where we serve as the lead agency to support FEMA in responding with public works and engineering support and to coordinate long-term infrastructure recovery under the National Response Framework. Survivors depend on us to provide access to and quick delivery of critical services that are essential in helping communities heal in the aftermath of disasters, while also keeping cultural sensitivities in mind. During our response to Typhoon Mawar, which devastated the island of Guam in the summer of 2023, we oversaw debris removal and the installation of metal roofs and life-saving generators. In our current response to the wildfires in Hawaii, we are collecting and removing debris, nearing construction completion of a temporary elementary school campus for the Lahaina community, as well as constructing temporary pads where interim housing units will be placed. We also support our international partners around the world by training on crisis communications and bolstering their disaster response efforts by improving planning and preparedness, increasing the use of cutting-edge technologies, and strengthening regional coordination, among other capabilities. Our regional civil-military engagements focus on addressing critical water resources, disaster response, climate change, and environmental challenges. We support the State Department's mission to promote security and prosperity abroad by helping build schools, orphanages, medical clinics, community centers, and other beneficial structures for those in developing countries. In Africa, for example, our experts from the U.S. Army Engineer Institute for Water Resources were recently in Madagascar to engage with local officials and help them address water insecurity. We also work closely with South American partners, such as the Panama Canal Authority and Brazil, to share new ideas on how to support and maintain critical water resources, from navigation to water storage. Our transatlantic division is also providing engineering design and construction services for partner nations through security cooperation. Specifically, through our foreign military sales programs, we were able to provide related facilities and infrastructure design and construction services, increasing the capacity and enhancing security throughout the entire Middle East. As well, here in the U.S., we're working hand in glove with other federal agencies such as NASA, the Veterans Administration, and the Department of Agriculture to help modernize their facilities and infrastructure in support of national priorities. As I conclude, I want to emphasize how partnership with local communities, states, and other federal agencies and allies make our work possible. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers cannot succeed alone, and it's our partners who expand our expertise and make our bold strides into the future of engineering possible. I also want to share how proud I am of our talented and diverse workforce within the Army Corps of Engineers. We are a team of teams whose wide-ranging mission helps support our military, energize the economy, and secure our nation. While this week we're focused on engineers, The effort to take a solution from an idea to design to construction requires the expertise of our entire enterprise to include project managers, real estate professionals, contracting officers, communication professionals, economists, biologists, our legal team, and dozens upon dozens of professionals who make the deep, agile, and capable force that we've been for the last 248 years. Today, as we look into the future, we are standing at the forefront of innovation, thanks to our thousands of talented civilian and military professionals across the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. We are also proud to serve with the broader U.S. Army Engineer Regiment, those 64,000 engineer soldiers serving throughout the Army who stand ready to deploy and fight, build up or tear down, and accomplish any mission in support of the joint force. The Corps of Engineers has a lot to be proud of, but we know we are just one part of a bigger, larger community of engineers and STEM professionals, both in and out of the government, helping build the future of our nation and the world. As we think about all the ways engineers are looking ahead with innovations that help build a safer, more secure, and more prosperous future, it really does speak to the theme of this year's National Engineer Week. Through their hard work, creativity, and passion, America's engineers and STEM professionals truly embody the message, welcome to the future. So to every student and young person exploring your options and thinking about your future, we hope you'll explore the world of engineering. We welcome you to join us in a profession on the leading edge where you can find personal success and a secure future for yourself and your family, where you can lead, learn, and innovate every day, and where you can make a difference for the nation and the world. That's who we are. Welcome to the engineer profession, and welcome to the future. Essayons, building strong, be all you can be.